Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hello, my LinkedIn family. CA here. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to wish my fellow Malaysians who are celebrating Hari Raya Haji, Selamat Hari Raya Haji. And to all my other fellow friends, how is your holiday today? Right? So, if you notice something different, it's because yesterday I came out with this poll on my LinkedIn. So I received three suggestions from a few friends, and they say, "Hey, why you don't wear a jacket?" Huh? So they asked me a few questions, so I decided to run a poll, and I was surprised. Wow, a lot of people get feedback, and I was like, wow, like that, must wear jacket law. So today, jacket law. So very, very hot, like really, starting to sweat. So let's see who we have here tonight. Wow, hey Jonah, thank you for joining us. Hi, Dr. Nurul. Hey, oh, Lily. Okay, so for tonight, I think so all this can ask episode, right, is to introduce business MacGyvers. So I'm sure a lot of you, I just wanted to ask this question. Do you guys know who is MacGyver, right? So for me, I grew up watching this MacGyver. So in case those of you who have not watched MacGyver, I'll just show you a little snippet. Who is MacGyver? So I'm not MacGyver lah. MacGyver is the guy or the person who can solve anything and everything by using his wits and also his Swiss Army pocket knife, right? So what about business? When you encounter challenges, or problems in your business, who do you turn to? So that's the reason why I came up with can ask. So the reason for this can ask is also two prong lah. So my name is CA, right? The CA is a different story, right? I was named CA lah, right? My surname is Ngoh, so that's why it's CAN lor. So can ask lor. And I have a lot of questions. I'm very, very curious. So for tonight, I wanted to introduce a business MacGyver. So this business MacGyver really very terror. So terror until they have this video that I really feel must show. If don't show, cannot. So please watch this 2-minute video. It was very interesting, very well done.
InTune has proven great track record with over 300 SMEs since 2007. InTune has supported clients to grow, becoming big through opening more branches and selling them off to bigger corporations for a larger cash out. InTune always being updated with the latest technology, 100% online accounting and HR systems worldwide, artificial intelligence in accounting processing, 24/7 and on the go. You are able to access your data wherever you are. Of course, InTune is COVID-19 proof as well. InTune consists of knowledgeable, competent, qualified, experienced, and professional individuals. If you pay InTune, you will not get one, but minimum of 3 members in a team. Cost saving, no EPF, bonus, and company trip required. No need of space and computers in your office, and most importantly, InTune never takes annual leave, maternity, or sick leave, and are always on standby to assist you. InTune consists of specialists in finance businesses and HR, focused and striving for excellence. InTune prescribes relevant and corporate practices from big companies for SMEs. So, what are you waiting for? Get InTune to fine-tune your decision.
You see, even as a business owner and entrepreneur myself, when I saw the final part, wow, you know, I made a lot of business decisions that are out of tune one. So how? Confirm must get in tune, right? So that's why tonight the guest MacGyver, you know, is one of she's a co-founder and the managing director for InTune Outsourcing. So her background is she has over 20 years of experience in the finance industry. Formerly from EY, she has actually worked with different major clients such as Maybank, BSN, KL City Securities, and many others. So who am I talking about? I'm talking about the founder for Intune Outsourcing, Lily Yong. Hang on. So Lily, thank you for joining us tonight.
Hi, CA. Thank you for inviting me. It's indeed my pleasure to be, on here to satay together with you. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Tonight we have a lot of satay questions. I tell you a lot
Oh,
of questions. So, but I also getting satay. It's so hot. Wearing this jacket, ayo, teruk.
okay. Sure. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so tonight we have Jonah. Yay! Yes, USS Starship Enterprise. MacGyver power. Hey, Dr. Nurul. Alex. Wow. Hey, Alex. Oh, Wenjie. Thank you very much for joining us. Jocelyn. Thank you. Wow, see? All ready for the satay questions already,
Well, I'm
right?
also feeling the heat now. Belum start sudah panas.
So there's one few questions lah, just to warm up satay lah. This usually I quickly ask when all the guest MacGyvers. Do you think that accountants and auditors they always get into impossible situation, or the clients always give the files to you last minute? These are the things that to me seems quite impossible, but still have to do. These
Yes,
are all the
yes.
common traits. That's why and whether it's last minute car or long give, still don't panic one, right? And whatever the situation is, they are very calm. They analyze the situation objectively. End of the day, they will use what is available, discard what is not useful, throw away. But the most important thing before they recommend something to business owners and entrepreneurs, they look at data and they make an informed decision, not emotional one. Satay guy always, ayah, buy lah, you don't want to go away lah. Very emotional one, right? But business MacGyver cannot, you know. So tonight, Lily, can you tell us a little bit more about your firm?
Okay, sure, CA. So, InTune Outsourcing is our brand name. My partner and I started a company back in 2007. So, we have been around for 14 years. And we are an accounting firm that doesn't do the accounting compliance work. Means we don't do audit, tax, and COSEC. Then people always ask me, wow, all also don't do, then what you do? Okay, so from day one, we have already set out our mind to do outsourcing. Yeah, we find that outsourcing in finance, accounting, and HR is an area that we would like to serve the SMEs, because we find that the SMEs are very underserved, to be able to get access to professional services at an affordable price is it's very difficult. So we want to be in the everyday action, with them, running their businesses, in their operations, in their HR, rather than doing the compliance work lah. So in a nutshell, this is what InTune Outsourcing is about. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, accounting, but only focus on accounting. That's very, very thorough, very focused.
Yeah. We want to be focused and then do what we do best, and like sharpen it lah, really sharpen it. Yeah, so it hasn't changed for the last 14 years. Actually, many friends from our ex-colleagues lah have always asked us to come on lah, you can do audit, just go and go for the interview and you can already get the license, which is very true. Where we are taking another step to be able to do other compliance work like audit, tax, and company secretary, it's very easy. It's very simple. But I think we were very clear when we started, and we are sticking on to it. And we are also clear now that we will want to do what we want to do currently lah. Yeah.
Champion. Right. This is one another reason a lot of people start businesses, right? So
Yeah.
the other question that I wanted to find out is, why did you start your firm?
Okay. Wow, this one is going back to the years when I was still in employment. My partners and I are both chartered accountants, and we work with big corporations, multinationals, public listed company. And we have friends around us who are doing businesses on their own, starting their own business, etc. And they have always asked, Ayo, I want to hire you lah. I really need some of these advices, etc. So we have been doing it on a friend pro bono basis lah. So when my partner and I think about, why don't we pool resources? Well, maybe one SME or one of our friends cannot hire us because it's costly to hire a CFO. If 5 people come together or 10 people come together, we can assemble a team to serve them. So this like coffee shop conversation and chit chat and talk, has led to where we are today lah. So yeah, this is how we started the business. We want to be able to share our expertise to the very underserved SME market at a price or at a cost that they can afford. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. That's when I first read about your LinkedIn profile, it was just amazing, and I felt that I really had to reach out to you and see what I can ask you. What expertise are. So there's another one that was just talking about because of your migration, in you started this InTune in 2007, but you migrated from desktop solutions to cloud back in 2016. So how did you have this ability? How did you know the unknown? How did you see the unseen? Got crystal ball ah?
Okay. Although I'm an accountant, I can count numbers. I cannot foretell future. I'm not a fortune teller. So yeah, but I think back then in 2016, or even I think nobody would have guessed or even known or seen or have the slightest idea that what we are going through now. So nobody would know that. Nobody would have seen that. Yeah. However, what actually got us into cloud in 2016, that's 5 years back, is simply believing in technology. Yeah. I think if you look around us, the fact that we are able to, do a live this way is because it's powered by technology. There's internet, there's laptop and StreamYard and all these things. And technology has also made our lives so much easier. I can't imagine hand washing my clothes anymore, now that I have washing machines, simple things that we may take for granted. So my partner and I believe technology can also bring progression to the accounting industry lah. Although the accounting industry is a very, very old industry. Yeah, but I think with technology, it definitely can help us serve our clients better. So in 2014, QuickBooks Online, which is a cloud accounting software, came to Malaysia. Yeah. So, and as I was serving my clients, I noticed that they have a lot of pain. For example, I have a client that provides retail services, consultancy services in the medical line, and he has 4 to 5 outlets. So what was happening then, he has this 3-ply little receipt book, right? When the customer walk in and then they pay money, they will write the receipt book and then give a copy to the client, to the customers. And then at end of the month, then they will give us our finance copy and we will key in. So it was such a pain for the business owner, for their outlet staffs, and for us to do all the data entry. So when we saw what QuickBooks could do, we told ourselves that yes, this is it. Yeah, this is what would actually solve the pain for my clients, and then also giving my clients a 24 access to their financial data lah. So yes, we couldn't foretell the future, but we firmly believe that technology definitely can solve the pain that the SMEs were going through lah. Yeah.
That's interesting because I keep hearing that you're using the word make SMEs better, and this is something that I find that because of you want to make the SMEs to become large. Could you just share with us why is it your mission to support SMEs to become large?
Okay, so this is a bit personal and also professional. Yeah. So on the personal side, what I could share is that actually one of the biggest motivation for human, or at least for myself, is to be able to live life with a purpose. Yeah. So if I'm able to give or help another person or another business grow with the gift that I have, with the skills that the knowledge that I have, it is very fulfilling. Yeah, it is the reason why people wake up every day and very charged. So actually via Intune and what we are doing, I feel very much passionate and alive about what I can give and help the SMEs lah. So this is on the personal side. And then this is also, I think this belief is also reconfirmed when we have one of our client, our success story lah, that they actually became very large. Many years then when they hired us as the accounts department, they only have 3-4 people. In August 2019, this client of us, they managed to successfully sell their business to a US listed company with a revenue of 1.3 billion.
Wow, that's
Yes.
really terror.
Yes. And when it happened, everyone in our office, Intune office, we were cheering, we were so happy, we cried, and then this is we see our clients becoming large. So this is the kind of fulfillment that we actually enjoy lah, by living my life with the purpose and also serving others lah. So this is a true story, a success story, and then this is a story that I live my life every day telling it lah.
Oh, I love this energy and this case study.
Yeah.
Let's take a short break and just check out a couple of the comments here.
Yeah.
Wow, let me see. Oh, hey, Keanu. Thank you for joining us tonight. Wow, Marcus. Hey, no captain lah. Captain is James. James, don't know whether he's joining us tonight or not. All right, you see, Dr. Nurul is also loving what you're sharing. Live with a purpose in mind. Fantastic, Lily. Let's jump back to. Okay, so we actually received a question from Pauline. So she was asking, how has outsourcing changed the landscape of business, and maybe even pre or post COVID? What's the benefit of outsourcing? When is it better to keep things in house versus when is it better to outsource? Would you be able to share some of this with us tonight?
Okay, sure. So Pauline's question's got a few parts. Maybe I just address the first part first. So how has outsourcing changed the landscape of business pre and post COVID? I think one thing that outsourcing brings to the landscape of business is being focused. Yeah. So if I know if I love cooking, and I want to share my very delicious cooking with the people or so many people, and maybe I open a restaurant. Yeah. So outsourcing actually allows you to focus what you do best, cook very good for your client, and whatever the things that you are not good at, like every night, going through all the paperwork, calculating how much salary needs to be paid and all that, outsource. Yeah, because these things actually, yes, I think for many business owners, these things which are not their core actually drains them out and take the joy out of, their passion of doing whatever they love to do and why they started business in the first place. Yeah. So I think that is how it changed the landscape of business, and everybody starts to do what they do best and then outsource the rest. Yeah. And in fact, outsourcing is something already global and not new anymore. For example, bank, call centers for the banks, many of the call centers are outsourced to India. If we are still getting bank statements, the paper bank statements, is printed by outsourced companies for some of the banks, and even clearing of your check, is outsourced to a different company to do. And I have a friend, Karen, she's an accountant in one of the large banks in Malaysia. When she started working in that bank, she has a team of 30 to 40 accountants. Today, Karen says that, yes, a bank, 30 to 40 accountants. Today, she said that I only have one staff in Malaysia, the rest of my staff is in India. So outsourcing is a global thing, and it has been around, but we just may not see it yet. Yeah. So the part of the question on pre and post COVID, actually I find that the outsource industry has grown as a result of COVID, because during COVID, many businesses look at, how can I cut costs? How can I find a more cost-effective alternative to manage my business? And then a lot of business, right? The core business cannot be outsourced one. Like the cooking, how are you going to outsource your kitchen? Cannot, ma. So you cook in the restaurant and then you serve your customers. But things like finance, HR, which is happening, we call it the back end, those can be outsourced. So actually, COVID has actually spurred the growth of the outsourced industries. Yeah. Okay, benefits. I think I covered some of the benefits. And when is it better to keep things in-house versus outsource? Okay, so number one is mindset. Yeah, if the business owner's mindset is not ready to outsource, then it's not going to work. Because I have met clients or prospects that tell me, wow, you are my accounts department. I don't see your face every day. How can I, how are you doing my work? I pay you. How do I know you are doing my work? So really, CA, I have met people who ask me these questions before, why you're going to have access to my bank? I don't even know you, you're going to have access to my bank to upload payments. So the first thing is mindset. I think when the mindset is ready for outsource, I think the other things that comes with outsource, a business owner is able to accept. And number two, if you can manage the finance and HR department with better results and more effectively than the professional, then you should keep it in-house.
Fantastic answer.
Yeah. If you can do better than the professional, actually it's true. I have many accountant friends who go on to do other businesses. For example, one of my friends, she opens a women's gym. She's a chartered accountant. She worked in EY. Like I say, so in this situation, if you can manage your finance and HR better than a professional, then go ahead. Yeah, keep it in-house. Yeah, otherwise, outsource to the professionals. Yeah, I hope I answered Pauline's questions. Yeah.
Oh, great. Because I think Pauline, she also went for a vaccination jab. So she's a bit
Okay.
zoned out. So you need to rest. I say,
Okay.
hey, go ahead, Rose. So rest.
Yeah.
So we have another question from Marcus. So Marcus, I think he's in tonight. He
Yeah.
was asking in a post earlier, do we still need a desktop version plus the cloud version, or just direct into cloud will be sufficient now?
Okay. All right. To answer your question, Marcus, it's important to know what you are looking for, because in the market there are so many softwares, especially now. Yeah, there are so many. If you open your Facebook and then there are so many advertisements of software, we can easily get confused. If it is a true blue pure cloud software, you actually do not need a desktop version. Yeah. For example, I run QuickBooks Online in my office, 100% on cloud for the last 5 years. I did not experience any major disruption that would disrupt my business and my client's business. So a cloud version would be sufficient. And then also beware that there are many which is like cloud, macam like cloud, but actually it's not cloud. Yeah, there are many. So it's important to actually see the distinctions and find the differences. What is macam like cloud is sometimes if you go to a vendor, they say that, oh, you can have a 24 access to your system. You get a server in the office and then you dial in. Remote access. So remote access is not cloud. So got to be very sure, what are you buying, what kind of software you're looking at. If it is a pure cloud, you just do not need a desktop version. That's in my opinion, because that's how I run my firm for the last 5 years without a desktop version of QuickBooks Online. Yep.
Fantastic answer. Let us jump quickly because I think there's a comment here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. So Dr. Nurul is asking you, in terms of outsourcing for accounting, how can they start small using this facility? So imagine if the owner only has a small cafe, probably with 5 workers and daily sales around 800 ringgit per day. Wow.
Okay. So, Dr. Nurul, I think we always must, as a business owner, it's important to spend within budget and what we can afford, right? So I think look for outsourced packages that can fit into your budget. I'm sure in the market, even in InTune, we have small, medium, and large package, cater for startups, cater for growing company, and cater for established companies. So I would say it's possible. It's possible. Talk to us. Talk to the providers out there. This is the budget that I have. is there something that I can do with it now? Because let me say, she said that cafe owner, right? I love to make coffee. I just want to make very good coffee. Don't ask me to count the numbers. So, I think an open, honest conversation with the provider will allow you to see whether, what kind of packages can, that fits into your budget. Yeah.
All right. So, Dr. Toro, let us know if Lily has given you the answer to your question. Thank you for that question. So, Lily, when I watched that video earlier, that
Yeah.
it was a very nicely done video,
Okay.
I can't help but notice that it was mentioned that you guys have helped over 300 SMEs since 2007. Can you share with us what is your secret satay sauce for growing SMEs, especially the case study you shared, where your
Yeah.
client has been sold to the US company? That's amazing.
Yeah. So I think the secret satay sauce is, I think it's not just for outsourcing, but for, I think in anything that we do lah. Yeah, is that if I'm passionate about what I do, I will put my heart and soul in doing it. Yeah, I think this will be the most spicy satay sauce required. Okay, so passion in what I do. And then other than, this spicy satay sauce, other things are also important. For example, having the skill sets, having the experience, because having served, in big companies, having served in multinational companies, we were able to actually bring all this expertise, make it simple, teach the business owners, even though you are small, you can run your business properly, systematically, with workflow processes, not kalam kabut as and when, So it's actually about educating them and also introducing some of these simple to follow processes that even big companies would do, in managing their business. So I think this is our, this is what we do lah. This is our secrets. And when we do that, we also make sure that, we actually bring them from where they are to one step further. They are better off. They are more, they do things more efficiently as a result of engaging us. Yeah.
Fantastic. I love that answer. Right. Absolutely. Because
Yeah.
in your profile, you were sharing, about
Yeah.
BPO,
Yeah.
BPR. And I was like, hey, no wonder. So this is how you do it. Okay. Secret satay sauce. Spicy some more.
That's why I say I satay together with you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So for business owners and entrepreneurs wanting to outsource to InTune, could you share with us how do you review existing processes, in order to re-engineer and to optimize digitalization and automation? Because these are things that where you were sharing it today were they're small, but there where you bring in your expertise and experience for big firms. How do you do this? Could you be able let
Okay.
us know how?
Sure, CA. Okay,
Yeah.
so when we take on a client, what we do is when we go in, we will do a process called understanding the business. Yeah, it's important to come from their angle, from their perspective, rather than from an expert perspective. While we are expert in numbers, but we are not the expert in their business. They are the expert in their business. So it's always understanding their perspective, what is their business requirements, and then understanding how they do things currently, why they do it that way. And when we see rooms for improvement, we will make recommendations. Okay, I would like to share with you. Many years ago, we onboarded a restaurant client. Yeah, and then the owner told me that, oh, cannot one, every day I got a lot of petty cash one. I buy ice, I must give cash. I buy avocado, I must give cash. Then, hearing what are the challenges that they go through, then we were able to give some recommendations. Very simple. Some of the recommendations that we gave is that, no, I think I remember what I said was, how many years have you been doing business with them? Oh, many years, 5-6 years. Have you been a good paymaster? Yes, very good. Do you think they can give you credit term because you have done business with them 5 years and you have been paying them? Possible. Can you go and talk to them? Possible. So after hand holding and guiding, then he actually managed to manage all the suppliers either on credit term, on credit term. Not really a credit term lah. We just need a bit more time to process the payment. Give us 2 weeks to process the payment because we can't do like every day as and when. And for those really very small businesses that cannot even give 2 weeks to process a payment, we put a deposit upfront lor. Like macam prepaid lah. You prepaid first, then after that you top up. Yeah. So by just giving this simple coaching, simple recommendation, the entire finance flow, right, is reorganized so that it doesn't have to be a payment day every day. The business owner, every day headache, have to pay payment. Yeah, so these are some of the things that we do in a business process re-engineering and business process review lah, for our clients. Just a simple example, but there are so many things. There's so many things that we would do, recommendation, etc. Yeah.
I love that answer. Absolutely. Let's just jump very quickly to the comments. I think there's one. Oh, okay. So Dr. Nurul says thank you because you answered the question. Wow, Angie, thank you for joining us. So Angie runs a jewelry business. She also teaches
Wow.
people how to do their own jewelry. So amazing business model as well. Okay, let us move on to the next question. So I have a question from Mindy. So she was asking, most business owners are interested to know how much is the cost of outsourcing versus keeping things in-house.
Okay, right. I think I can't speak for other providers, but I would speak for InTune. How do we actually serve our client? So on an average, when we, I'm also not going to give an absolute price of price because it really depends on the organization. If there's a small company, the fee is different. If there's a big company, there's a lot of work, the fee is different. But InTune, when we actually become their finance and HR department, our target is actually to save 20 to 30%, generate 20 to 30% of cost savings compared to their in-house with similar team structure. Improve IT systems and workflow. This is what we actually aim to do for them. And we are able to do this because we have a bigger pool of people. So when you do sharing, you share the resources, that's how we can pass on the savings to client. Yeah. So I hope that answers Mindy's question. CA, there's also one thing. Many business owners actually undercosted the cost, of hiring. So, for example, if I hire a finance exec, my basics, I pay the person 3,000. So there are actually a lot of costs that is cannot see. The obvious one, of course, is like EPF lah. You give to SOCSO lah. How about the 14 days leave? How about the 2 months hospitalization? How about, their claims, giving them an office space, giving them the computer, medical claims and benefits. So I did a costing myself because I'm in this business. I need to know my real costs versus just the basic salary. So on an average, right, I find that the hiring costs versus the real cost versus the basic salary is about 1.5 to 1.7 times. So if I'm hiring a person for, let's say, 2,000 ringgit or 1,000 ringgit, my real cost is about 1,500 to 1,700. So I think business owner needs to keep this in mind, when they are actually comparing outsourcing costs versus, in-house staff costs.
Yeah. All right, that's a great answer. Thank you, Lily. Because that part I think about shared resources and business owners and entrepreneurs undercosting it is actually very, very true and very relatable. Okay, we have a question from Dr. Nurul on a post that I came up with earlier. She was asking how can we manage efficiency in our daily operation with outsourcing?
Okay, so Dr. Nurul, this is how I would answer that. So earlier, like I said, not everything can be outsourced. Like cooking, cannot outsource your cooking lah. Okay, so the core function of the business, you always keep it in-house. Yeah, always keep it in-house for quality control purpose or whatever. But how do we manage efficiency if you outsource other areas of the business? Is always in this planning, yeah, organizing. Yeah, systems, workflow, processes. Okay, I try to avoid using the word SOP because it's very pantang with the word SOP. So it's basically, plan your work, like if you're running a restaurant, you are not managing finance as your core business. It can be planned, it can be organized, scheduled, systemized, like I said, doesn't need to be every day is a payment day. I only make payment 2 times a month, 15th and 30th. If you want to pay, you give me the invoice by this date. If not, bye-bye. The next week only, we will pay you. So it's about managing it. So yes, it can be done. Yeah, with some guidance, with some coaching, and we working it through with the business owners, how to manage their finance and HR more effectively. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So, Dr. Nurul, do let us know if Lily has addressed your question. Lily, I've been hearing that you focus on a lot of restaurants. Is there any specific industry that you focus on to help SMEs become large? Because you shared that
Yeah.
your client was in the F&B business and was sold
Yeah.
off to the company in US.
Yes. Okay. So as an accountant, we can do accounts for many, many different industries. So the fundamental of accounting doesn't differ so much lah. Maybe a bit here and there, maybe construction, development need to tweak here and there. So technically we can do accounting for, or we can take client from different industries. But if you ask me, Lily, if there's one industry that you like to grow or work with, and then what is my personal preference, I would say that it's IT. Yeah, I love to work with IT people because number one, I find that IT people are very open to outsource. They won't give me the the answer like, oh, I don't see your face sit in my office. How do I know you are doing my work? That kind of thing. Yeah, because outsourcing, for example, IT outsourcing to India, to different country has been around for a long time. So IT people are very open to outsource. And if we talk about cloud, paperless, digitization, they say yes. They will jump at it. They won't say, oh, secure or not, internet banking. I better write check. More secure. Yeah, I do have people. It's not joking. I'm able to articulate this because, I have people coming to me and tell me this. Oh, I cannot trust internet banking. Don't know what happened inside there. Then money can go across already. So with IT people, we agree on deliverables. We agree on service level. And even if they don't see my face, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And so I love working with IT people. Yeah.
All right. That's IT people are still, because they are used to the concept of outsourcing and chat services. Right.
Yes, correct. They are very used to it. And when you tell them, they say, yes, go for it. And you go technology, yes, technology, AI, yes, they will be very supportive of, and they can onboard very easily. Yeah. They won't ask me, oh, where do I click this button? Yeah. So, it's much more robust lah. Yeah.
All right. Great. Wait a bit. I think we have one more comment. Let's just see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi, Jiva. Thank you for joining us. So, if you have any questions, Sati, to ask Lily, please post in the comments. We will check, and then we'll get her to answer the questions, lah. Right. So, Lily, I wanted to, there's this article I came across. Let me just
Okay.
share this. So, this article is actually an online article, and it was saying that F&B operators say it's hard to survive with 30% cut, by delivery platforms once government to step in. So, it was only a couple of days ago. So, because of the MCO,
Okay.
food delivery has really taken off, lah. And this
Okay.
big companies, this company here and that company here, they are
Okay.
imposing
Right.
commission between 20 to 30%, lah. There was a different article, but there's also for durians. So maybe
Okay.
you could share, what are your thoughts on this?
Okay. Wow, this one is a very hot satay question. Okay, whatever I express is all my personal opinion lah. Okay, so let's talk about the F&B industry because I have many F&B clients and I sort of understand their cost structure. So I am going to benchmark, right? So in generally an F&B industry, let's say a food cost, right, is about 30 to 40% is food cost. Salary cost, it could be 15%. And then if you are managing your costs very well, the net profit can be about 20 on a very high side, and then 15 on the low side. Yeah. So if we know, if we know the cost structure and margin of the F&B industries, and if they are doing so well, they are actually making 30% net profit, and not so well, it's 15%. So when you slap them with a 30% platform fees or commissions for this delivery platform, it actually takes away their entire profit, or they actually make a loss by fulfilling that delivery, if they don't do anything technically. So this is the data that I can put forward, yeah, because 30% is a huge one, yeah. So what can F&B do? Okay, so if they're sticking on with these delivery platforms, they can either sell more expensive, yeah, they increase their price, or they reduce their portion. Either they can increase their price or reduce cost, reduce portion. But end of the day, right? Actually, when the musical chair as it goes around, and then actually it is the consumer that pay.
I see.
Yeah, I think maybe short term, the business take a hit lah. But at the end of the day, the business cannot be making losses or not making profit, so they will usually pass this on to the consumers. So this is the cost structure lah. If you talk about cost, 30%, it is to me personally is a huge portion of the profit for F&B. Okay, let's talk about business. What's the business perspective? Come on, this is a business. It's a willing buyer, willing seller. These platforms are in business to make money, right? Yeah. If you are willing to pay the 30%, you sign up, lor. Yeah. So I think if you're looking from a business perspective, it is a willing buyer, willing seller. So they have their investors to be accountable to. To build a platform like that is very expensive. Yeah, it takes a lot of money, and then they are in the business to make money so that they can, actually give returns to their investors. So this is a business perspective. Yeah. So I have my personal perspective, I have the business perspective. But end of the day, the choice is still with the F&B operators lah. So if you find them too expensive, don't go with them. Find alternative. And over a longer period of time, right, actually market forces will take care of it. Competition will come in. There will be more delivery platforms. Yeah. And then I think lately I've also ordered quite a lot of delivery, which is not through the popular platform. Yeah.
Hi.
So yes, they build their own website, they find their own ways, and then they just send by, Grab Express or Lala Move. So I think given time, the market forces and the competition will take care of this. So yeah, I think so many perspectives that can be, looked at lah. So I feel that, if you find it very expensive, beta hana, this 30%, then yes, find other ways. Don't go with them, no? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, great answer. Just love it. Because end of the day is about choice, isn't it?
Yes, it's about choice. And really, they don't put a gun in your head that, you must sign up to my platform. They don't do that, ma. You choose to go with them, and this is their T and C. Yeah. So it's a choice.
Interesting. Wow. So tonight, I think that's if you have any questions from the audience, please let us know so we can ask Lily. Because one thing about Lily, I think you have just heard from her. Her firm, InTune Outsourcing, was also recently awarded to be the best small consulting firm. Am I right, Lily?
Yes, CA. Just recently, in the last few months, by Prestige Awards.
This interesting story about driver cash board. Could you share with us with how do you use this analogy about drivers got dashboard? What about business owners?
Oh, yes. So, okay, I think this relates to one of the reasons, why we started our business. So, I think being around many business people and startups and entrepreneurs, many a times, especially traditional ones, when, you ask them how much money you make, then they go, they look at their bank account, I make this so much money. So, their so-called financial dashboard is just looking at how much money in their bank account. But coming from a professional accountant background, we really certainly know that, it is not the case. You can have debts uncollected, and you have, suppliers that you haven't paid. If you think that the money in the bank account is all belongs to yours, then it is not true. So what we share is that, okay, so I believe all of us here drive a car, right? Drive a car. So in every car that you drive, there is a dashboard in front of you. There's the speedometer that tells you, how fast you are going. Kena saman ke tak? If you reach that, how fast you are going. Then there is the fuel meter that tell you, how much more petrol that you have in the car. So even driving a vehicle and driving a car has got a dashboard. What more driving a business? It is even more important to have a financial dashboard. Look at your profit and loss, look at your balance sheet, look at your cash flow, look at your aging report. And hence, this is the very fundamental of what we are doing in InTune. Yes, every day we assist our clients to make payment, to do this, to do that. But most importantly, at the end of every month, we make sure that we give them a dashboard so that our clients can drive their business with numbers, with proper analytics, and so on. Yeah, thanks CA for bringing this up. Yeah, this is very close to our hearts. Financial dashboards in what we do.
This is because when I came across your profile, it's like, oh, how do you focus on this BPR, business process in re-engineering and business process outsourcing? So that's something that really stood out, and I was wanted to know, how do you do this? And that is something that's very relatable, I believe, for a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs. So so to anyone watching this, if you encounter any challenges in your businesses or where you're encountering any challenges, and you want to find out how can you benefit from the data, from a financial dashboard, from a firm that has actually won the best small consulting business, right? Because they've served over 300 clients, please engage with Lily or from her other business partner, Alex, from InTune Outsourcing. Hang on. So how may people find you on social media? This is how you may find more about InTune. Lily is also very active on LinkedIn. Other business partner, Alex, is also very active. So please do reach out to them. But before if you guys still have any questions for Lily, please post it on the comments. But I just wanted, when I watched that video, because as a business owner, I have also made a lot of decision that was out of tune. So when I came across the old video, I said, tonight, show one time tak cukup. So Lily, can I have your permission? I show your video second time.
Okay. Sure, CA. My pleasure.
All right. Let's watch this.
InTune has proven great track record with over 300 SMEs since 2007. InTune has supported clients to grow, becoming big through opening more branches and selling them off to bigger corporations for a larger cash out. InTune always being updated with the latest technology, 100% online accounting and HR systems worldwide, artificial intelligence in accounting processing, 24/7 and on the go. You are able to access your data wherever you are. Of course, InTune is COVID-19 proof as well. InTune consists of knowledgeable, competent, qualified, experienced, and professional individuals. If you pay InTune, you will not get one, but minimum of 3 members in a team. Cost saving, no EPF, bonus, and company trip required. No need of space and computers in your office, and most importantly, InTune never takes annual leave, maternity, or sick leave, and are always on standby to assist you. InTune consists of specialists in finance businesses and HR, focused and striving for excellence. InTune prescribes relevant and corporate practices from big companies for SMEs. So, what are you waiting for? Get InTune to fine-tune your decisions.
So when the last part of this video, wow, if I watched this video earlier, and I think I would have avoided a lot of out of tune decisions. So Lily, we have a few more questions. So we have
Sure.
Angie. At what stage is a company ready for business process outsourcing?
Okay. All right. I think, Angie, before I answer your questions, let me just put it in very layman term lah. Business process outsourcing is a very big word. Wow, sounds so canggih, man. Like it's so canggih until normal SMEs or business owner may not even understand and taken aback by the word. So I think let's look it in simpler format. It's a shared services. Yeah, it's a shared
That's
services. Yeah, it's just a shared services, and then we pool expertise together, and to serve many people, we can lower the cost. So yeah, so don't be worried about the big word business process outsourcing, and hence if you are not taken back by the big word, it is actually, if business owner is feeling that, okay, I think I don't want to do this anymore. My time is a much more, a better spend in growing my business. And this is not something that I would like to do or will actually add value to what I'm doing. That's the right time to outsource. Yeah.
all right, Angie. Let us know if Lily has addressed your question. Right, so we move on to the next one. Wenjie, hey, do business owners actually do most of the cost optimizations alone? Or will there be somebody else like the HR personnel and audit accounting people doing them or influence any decision making process? Wow.
Okay, right. Very interesting questions. So actually, okay, if the business owner have the skill set and the competency to do that, just go ahead. Might as well go ahead, do it on your own. But what I always believe is that if you want help, help is always around. If you are doing business somehow, you will have an auditor, you have a tax agent, you will have friends who are doing this. So actually opening the mouth and ask for, hey, how I want to do this, would actually make life much easier. So at InTune, how do we do this? Is this? So number one, every month we actually give you a financial dashboards. So we are able to look at your costs, we are able to look at where you spend, etc. So we have an idea whether, we already have an idea how your business is doing based on your numbers. Even we don't run your business every day, number one. So number two, because we have different clients from various industries, so we have this so-called industry benchmark and knowledge. So that's why I was able to talk about just now the F&B, whether the 30% is a lot or not. Looking from an accountant perspective and knowing how my F&B clients are doing. So if you're already in tune and we have that information, we definitely sit through with the business owners to actually do this cost optimization. Okay, for example, if you're running an F&B and your food cost is 50%, then I can safely tell you that all the other F&Bs actually can manage it between 30 to 40. I think you need to do something about the wastages in the kitchen. Sit yourself in the kitchen and observe what can you optimize some more. So I think with InTune we have that. Number one, we have access to your information to be able to do that. We have access to market information, to advise you. Yeah.
All right, great question. I think he has another one from Bunje.
Yeah.
I heard if they offer certain salaries, I'm not sure what's out of range, other than what is recommended to certain employees, will they have to justify as it will affect their KPI? Wow. Maybe Bunje can elaborate on your question. It's a bit
Yeah, I think I need elaboration on the question as well.
let's see if he replies. Okay. So Angie, he says he got it, understood. All right. Okay. So well, Lily, this is I really enjoyed this session. Amazing satay
Okay.
cooking session. I think the one takeaway really that is truly amazing that you have shared is actually your energy level. And then you're also
Okay.
very passionate about wanting to help people. That's two things I wanted to share. If the audience would like to share with us, if you have any things that you want to have one-to-one, please connect with Lily. She's also very active on LinkedIn, right? That's why I said if I don't start this can ask, I think we wouldn't have this opportunity to know Lily, and then we wouldn't have learned. Hey, this is something that she do so well and really very passionate about. All right.
Yeah, I think I would like to thank you, CA, for having these sessions and actually bringing education and information to the viewers and to the people. Yeah, so I think in times like this, I think while we cannot do anything, we cannot do work, we can't do much. The best thing we can do is read books, learn more, sharpen our skills, and then when the economy reopen, we can go back stronger. Yeah,
That's right.
so this is a very good effort. Thank you, CA. Yeah, on behalf of all the viewers as well.
Wow. Right. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the sharing and your energy tonight, Lily. So I think there is no more questions from the audience. I really thank for your time and your insights again, Lily. Right. So for those who love to connect with Lily, please do so. She's on active on LinkedIn. And hang on, let me just put it this up here again. She actually InTune also is actually InTune is also very active on Facebook Live on their Facebook, and do check out their videos on their YouTube channel as well. Amazing videos there, guys. So, business owners and entrepreneurs, if you encounter any challenges in your businesses, please do reach out to Intune or Lily. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, well, okay, we have
Okay,
Bunche is back again. Hang on, let me take this off.
okay.
It's more on the part that employers demand explanation from the HR on what they see in the employees, that the employers themselves fail to see them like achievements, experiences, capabilities, etc., which influence the rewards and the monetary aspects, which could influence the HR's KPI if not careful.
Mm,
Wow. Okay.
mm, mm. Okay, so if I interpret this question correctly, this is between the bosses, the HR department, and the productivity of the people. The under the HR department. Okay, right. Okay, so this is my personal comment. Yeah. So of course HR have their own KPI, right? However, in my opinion, the KPI of the operations department, for example, let's take Intune. It's easier to see. Let's take Intune. For example, the HR hire a person based on a set of criteria, and then okay, that's their KPI. So and then this staff after hiring is being passed to the operations department or the accounts department. So for me, I think the performance of this staff, it's the duty lah, the responsibilities of the accounts department, the operations department, more so than the HR department, because that fella doesn't report to HR. The fella reports to the operations department. Yeah. So this is how I would see it lah. So I think maybe the role of the HR, can be measured in a way that is fairer to them, in a way that is they have control over the results. Yeah. Perhaps the quality of the staff that the HR bring in, staff retention, etc. But to be responsible for the results of people, maybe in sales and marketing. Ayo, that fella, cannot bring in the sales. Ya, quan HR siya. Oh, that one HR very very teruk leh. So this is my personal opinion lah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So the
Thank you. Thank
department
you.
heads need to be accountable more so than the HR. Yeah.
The direct superior lah.
Yes, the direct superior. Yeah.
All right. So, Benjet, I hope Lily has addressed your question. So, so for any business owners or entrepreneurs, so I'll be having this can ask sessions every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Next week we have another MacGyver, but tonight I really enjoyed this session with Lily. Absolutely fantastic satay seller as well. She was very willing to share her secret satay sauce. Must be spicy.
Yeah. I think just have some fun and learn along the way. And I find that over the years, when I get very techy and I don't put it layman, most of the clients don't understand me, and I find that never mind lah, I just need to put aside my professional image. What's most important is I communicate something that they can get, and remembering that not everyone is an accountant and can understand my lingo. Yeah, so putting in layman is something that I have always practiced lah, as much as possible. Yeah.
Well, that is also your superpower to simplify the complicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I
Because
always sometimes I share with my prospects lah that I meet. If I can tell, if I can explain accounts in a manner that a char kway teow uncle also can understand, then I'm successful. Yeah.
satay seller, how? I don't
A
understand.
satay seller can understand my very layman accounting what it is, then I am successful because I can communicate the so complex things across. Yeah.
Champion. I also understand tonight. Very clear, very easy, and straightforward, and really appreciate it. Your time and your insights, Lily. I
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. All
Okay.
right. Okay, so we also have Wenjet. You know, oh, highly unstable. So Wenjet, never mind. Let's have any questions. We're happy to take this offline or direct
Yes.
PM with Lily or myself. We will have more than happy to uh, address this. Right, because
Yes.
sometimes
Yes.
because there's a delay in communication, or
Yeah.
maybe I didn't understand your question. All right.
Yes. Yeah. Correct. Correct.
So Lily, Dr. Nurul said, awesome, Lily. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Dr. Nurul.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Lily, again for joining us. Can Ask. So join us next Tuesday, 8:30 for the next Business MacGyver. But tonight, Lily, really terror champion. You.
Okay. Thank you, CA, and thank you to all the viewers. It's a
Thank,
pleasure to be able to share like what CA said. It's a form of giving. Yeah.
excellent champion.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much,
All
Lily. Thank
right.
you. Thank
Okay.
you,
Okay. Bye
everyone.
bye. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.